Here's a good example why the ray visibility can be very important. In this shot, the speech bubble was quite overexposed, and what I've done here is I made a plane to get a shadow on the speech bubble, and now of course the plane is in the camera, so what we could do here is just click on the plane and deactivate the checkbox for camera. Another way to solve the problem can be to use negative power values. So you could just type a minus before it. And then the light will be reduced in this area. This can cause some problems, so you have to look what works better for you. Limiting the ray length can be very useful sometimes. For that, we just have to activate the Use Nodes checkbox for the light, and this is the first we get. I prepared a node setup on this light point, and the most important thing we need is the light path. We connect it with a math node, we set to greater than, and mix shader is a mix of the emission and holdout node, and with the threshold we can change the light distance. If we have a light point behind the glass material, the problem is that we can see the light point, and to solve the problem we could just deactivate multiple importance for the light. You can give a light point an exact color temperature if you are using nodes. So just activate the checkbox and then search for Blackbody. Connect it with the color, and now you can choose your temperature. If you want to make a projector, for example, you can project image textures with a spotlight, and all you have to do is activate the Use Nodes checkbox, add an image texture with a mapping and texture coordinates, and then connect the normal to the vector and adjust the location and set the radius to 0. IES files describe how light from a lamp is distributed in a room. You could go to ieslibrary.com and go to the browse section, and here you can search for a light you want, and then just go to Blender and activate Use Nodes, and here's an example of how you could use it. You only need an IES texture and click on External and search for your file. It's the same principle like softboxes. Sometimes the light is just too hard and you don't want to make the radius too big. And what you can do here is just make a plane under the light and make a new material and use a translucent BSDF, and now the light is much softer. Mixing different colors can be very important to get an interesting look. For example, here is used an orange light, and blue light, and a white light. Light groups can be very useful sometimes and aren't very complicated. All you have to do is just go to the View Layer Properties, Passes, Light Groups, and make your own light groups, and then select the lights, go to Object Properties, and under Shading Light Groups you can select the light group for each light. And what you have to know is you can denoise the image for the different light groups, so you would also have to activate the denoising data in the data passes. and then we can render the image. Now we have rendered the image and can connect the different light groups. For example, light group 1, 2 and 3. The problem is, as you can see, the image is pretty noisy, but we have activated the denoising data, so we can just add an denoising node, put it in between, and normal to normal, albedo to albedo, and now it's fine.